Hello, everyone. It's so wonderful that you're sitting down, but the first half hour is sort of mingling time, and we have some refreshments out there. So feel free to get some snackage and stretch your legs if you want. So we'll actually start the proceedings at 6:30. Thank you.
I'm Rachel, and if you haven't come talk to me and you're an ambassador for 2026 this upcoming year, I'm sitting in the back over there, and come get a folder from me. in 4-ish minutes. So finish up with snacks, and then if you could wander back into the chambers, that would be great.
Okay, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the kickoff of our 2026 Sister City Exchange. So welcome. Let's give a round of applause. Yeah, yay. I am Axel Reitzig. I am the current president for the Longmont Sister Cities Association, and we have the members of our executive board here, so I'm going to hand them the microphone so they can introduce themselves.
Good evening, everyone. Buenas noches. I hope that you all are doing well. I am Perla, and I'm the vice chair of the board this year.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sherry Kanemoto, and I am the secretary of the executive board.
Hello, everyone. I am Courtney Michelle. I'm the current past president of Longmont Sister Cities. Welcome.
All right. Well, yep. Thank you. Thank you. And so, in light of our past presidency, we have a quick acknowledgement. Sherry, this is a tradition, I understand. Sherry, tradition. Would you like to explain the tradition and then?
I will. First of all, Courtney and I are really, really good friends, and one of the traditions that we have as a board is that when a president is replaced with a newer one, so Axel replaced Courtney, as at our annual meeting, we give a clock. So the clock has a little plaque and it says, Courtney Michelle, thank you for your time and dedication as president of Longmont Sister Cities Association 2024 to 2025. So she was the president for 2 years. So we just want to recognize her. It's a lot of fun, but it's also a lot of work and responsibility to be a president. And so I was vice president, so Perla took my place, which has been awesome. And I just want to let everyone know that Courtney did a fabulous job as president and really, really deserves a big applause. So thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
In addition to being a past president, just a longtime board member, so I think chaperone as well. So she knows this organization inside and out. So thank you, Courtney. Your service has been really tremendous. Want to mention too, one of our other board members, our treasurer, Tess Enright, is not able to be with us tonight. I'm not sure if he's online, but just wanted to acknowledge her as well as part of our executive board. Ed, should you have any concerns or questions during the course of the next 6 months, feel free to reach out to any of us in addition to your chaperone. One role our executive board will be playing this year is a liaison to each exchange. So Perla will be working with our Mexico exchange. Sherry will be working with our Japan exchange, and Courtney and Tess also will be working with our Northern Arapaho exchange too. So thank you for that. We think that will facilitate communication and all that good stuff too. Speaking of our exchange sister cities, they are online. We can't see them, but they can see us, and they can, I think if I'm doing this right or we're doing it right with the microphone, can hear us. So that is pretty, getting a thumbs up from Rachel. So let's do a quick introduction. So we'll start with let's start with Japan because that's our oldest exchange. Just say hi. Tell them a little bit about Japan.
Oh, okay. So a little bit about our exchange with Chino, Japan. I was fortunate enough to be on the first exchange as a student to Japan. And Sue Bolton, who you'll hear from in a bit, was my chaperone at that time. And it is a really magical place. The relationships we've had with them have gone on for probably over 35 years, but we just celebrated our 35th anniversary with Chino and had a great big celebration there last March. We have long-standing relationships that have been going on and friendships that have formed the whole time. And it's just a very, very special place. So I'm happy to be the liaison for there. We hopefully have some of their board members listening in, and we have regular meetings with them too on Zoom calls and different things like that. So we have a really great relationship with them.
Okay, now Mexico is our second oldest exchange.
Hello, everyone. It's me again. I've not been a chaperone, and nor did I participate, but my two daughters have been part of Sister Cities, and in full transparency, my nephew over there is also involved with Sister Cities. And I am the liaison this year to Ciudad Guzman. So we have been partnering with Ciudad Guzman for 29 years, so 29 years in the making. And we have Rey, we can't hear him, pero bienvenido, Rey. He's been the main contact, and he was one of the co-founders to building this relationship with Ciudad Guzman. I have been to Ciudad Guzman. It's a beautiful community, and the people there are amazingly welcoming to our sister cities and really value this partnership and give our students just an amazing experience that I don't think we would ever be able to get it if you went through any other exchange or on your own. And so if you're going to Mexico, be ready, because the schedule is really packed and it's full of building connection, community, getting to know each other, and really, again, learning how our two cities can continue to partner. So it's a great partnership that was started over 29 years ago.
All right, and our Northern Arapaho exchange.
So we have been Sister Cities of Northern Arapaho for 5 years now. And Longmont is the first in the world to have a sister city with a sovereign tribal nation. So little Longmont, go little Longmont. We started talking with them about 8 years ago, and I hope some of our friends are online as well. And they are on the Wind River Reservation. It's about a 6-hour drive, maybe. And we started with just a few kids visiting here, us visiting there. Some of our city council have gone there. So we talked with them for about 3 years before we decided to move forward. It's a wonderful, unique experience. We get to learn a lot about Native American culture, and they get to come home because the Northern Arapaho lived in this area before they went to Wyoming. So it's not like the other exchanges at all. But what is unique about Longmont Sister Cities is that Northern Arapaho kids, Japanese kids, Mexican kids, and our kids from here get to meet each other where they may not otherwise ever get together. So our program is unique in that way. And we're also starting to have some of our kids that have gone on all 3 exchanges. So if this is your first time doing our exchange, there is potential to go on other exchanges. And we started calling our kids the trifectas that have done that. So this year will be the 3rd opportunity for that. So.
And I think Lee Spoonhunter and his team is hopefully watching as well. Can we please give a loud applause for all of our sister cities?
I just want to mention that this will be the first summer, right, Courtney, that all exchanges will be in Longmont. So you are part of history in the making for Sister Cities. And it's a great, I think, honor to be part of a Sister Cities like Longmont Sister Cities. If you're a student ambassador, to be able to add that to your resume and really talk to the experience of building community, learning about different cultures, getting to know people in your own community, because oftentimes our students come from all of the schools throughout the St. Vrain Valley School District, is truly an amazing opportunity. So I hope that you wear that badge with honor, because it is a competitive program and you're selected because of your background, your interest, and your intellect and your desire to be part of our organization.
Yeah. Congratulations, everyone.
I got a message from some of
Fantastic. Hello, friends. That's great. Great news. It's amazing what technology is doing to make the globe shrink, right? So that just enhances everything you could experience through the exchange. Courtney mentioned a trifectas. So I know we have one here. Natalie, please stand up. Let's give her a round of applause. Are there any other trifectas here? Bridget? She will be one. Well, and so Shauna, stand up. You won't be a Brit? Okay. All right, so after this exchange, you will be a trifecta? All right, let's give her a round of applause. That's a big commitment, guys. It's a big commitment. Want to point out that Natalie and Shauna are also junior board members, which is really helpful for us to hear that student perspective. So thank you both. Speaking of our board, I just want to acknowledge our past board members. So, Courtney, we had Sheree, who was our vice president. Yeah. Sam Safi, her husband, who was our treasurer. And Mike Seaton out back, who's our secretary. These guys, yeah, give him a round of applause too. All of these guys have served for a long time too. Not this last round though. Right. It's only the last round. Okay, long time ago. Yeah, give a round of applause. All right. But speaking of that, I mean, it's like 100 years of combined experience, right, of these people. It's a lot of time that they've put. All of our current board members, would you please stand? Just wanted so you were aware of them too. Yep. Applaud, 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 applaud. Okay. You can also reach out to these folks if you have a chance later to introduce yourself and let them know, please do so. We could not do our work without the collaboration, of course, with our board members. So you didn't stand. How come you're not? You did? Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, all right. Speaking of support, want to acknowledge Rachel Henderson. Stand up, please. Rachel is our administrative assistant, and she is fantastic. So she is doing so much to help facilitate communication, these packets, and the agenda she's helped put together. So just if you have questions for Rachel, that's a role for her. So feel free, please, to contact her with any kind of things relating to the nuts and bolts of things as well. So thank you, Rachel. Here's a distinction that is important, I think, for you to recognize is we are the Longmont sister cities. We are strongly supported by the city, and I'll share a little bit about that here shortly, but we are not a part of the city, right? We work together, we're a separate organization, all right? So just so that you know that. Now that said, again, we get very, very strong support from the city of Longmont, and we have some people, our city liaisons are online right now, I think. So Adriana Perea, if you're there, chat, she is? Okay, too. Is Rogelio on? All right. Well, say hi anyway, Rogelio. So just know that we work closely in conjunction with the city of Longmont, too. Please give them a round of applause. I know we're doing a lot of clapping, but they'll keep us awake. All right, now for a little bit going back into the past, we're going to recognize our 2025, so last year's chaperones and ambassadors, and Courtney's going to help us do that.
All right. So if you traveled last year, please come on up. Oh, right. I don't think that's that. Well, it's pretty good enough, actually. Okay. All right. Let's start with Japan. Will Japan line up over here? Sorry, everybody else, just pause a moment. Okay, Japan, come on up. Can you see us? Do we need to? Okay. Come on up, Japan. Are there any chaperones from Japan? No? Okay. Okay, we can see ourselves. Okay, we're good there. All right. So, tell us your name, what school you go to, one thing you learned that you did not expect to do, and your favorite thing about the trip.
Why am I first?
And keep the mic close.
So I'm Jesus Gallegos. I am at Silver Creek High School, and one thing I didn't expect to do, probably have a barbecue. And then my favorite part was, I don't even know, like shopping. Yeah, probably going shopping in Tokyo.
Hello, I'm Francesca Fowler. I go to Silver Creek. One thing I didn't expect to do is probably solve a Rubik's Cube, which I acted like I knew what I was doing. I did not. And then my favorite time was watching TV and getting to know my family and crocheting a little bit. So that was fun.
My name is Sam Labrie. I go to New Vista High School. What were the questions?
Didn't expect, and then your favorite.
I did not expect to be in the newspaper for Chino, and does it have to be in Japan?
No, it could be part of the program.
My backyard pool party.
Hi, my name is Gianna Richardson. I go to Longmont High School. Something I didn't expect to do in Japan was eat corn straight off the husk, because if you did that here, it would taste horrible. And my favorite part was playing volleyball with, I believe it was the junior high students in Japan.
I get the most time to prepare. Hello, my name is Tammy Vo. I go to Silver Creek High School. One thing I didn't expect to do was use one of the Japanese students' hair styles as inspiration when I went to the hair salon. Like 2 months after the exchange ended. And my favorite thing was hanging out with all of the students and being absolutely ridiculous.
All right. Thank you to the kids who went to Japan last year. Y'all can have a seat now. All right, Mexico, come on up. All right, I'll move myself over here. And let's see. This is kind of the edge of the screen. So come on over. All right, good. We've got a nice group. Okay, so your name, where you go to school, something you did not expect, and your favorite thing. And that can be here or in Mexico. All right?
Perfect. My name is Kendall Willis. I go to Frederick High School. Something that I didn't expect about my Mexico trip was all of the interesting foods that I got to eat. Like not just Mexican food, but or traditional Mexican food, but things like pig lips. And my favorite thing about the trip was making lifelong connections with my host family and riding the horses.
My name is Shauna Goodwin. I go to Silver Creek High School. One thing that surprised me. I think a lot of things surprised me, but in a good way. I don't think I was expecting, though, to be on the side of a mountain and decide to slide all the way down the mountain for the entire hike. That was actually a lot of fun. And honestly, my favorite part was hanging out with the ambassadors, spending time with them outside of planned activities as well as during the day.
I'm Mariana Rosa Ruiz, and an unexpected thing that happened was getting sunburned at the beach really badly. And I think my favorite part was the long bus rides because we really got to connect with everyone.
Hi, my name is Viviana, and I go to Niwot High School. And one thing I did not expect to do is make such good friends with the people that were there. And my favorite thing that I got to do was hanging out with them outside of planned time and getting to know my host family better.
My name's Jackson Heinze, and I go to Niwot High. I did not expect to go on a hunt for a volleyball. And my favorite thing was just meeting so many amazing people.
Hello, my name is Peter Yoho. I go to Longmont High School. One thing I didn't expect was playing pickup basketball in a park. And then I think my favorite part was eating a bunch of food and spending time with my host family. That was probably really fun.
Hello, my name is Sid McVicker, and I had the pleasure of chaperoning to Mexico last summer with Josh. My most unexpected and best moment are the same, and it was being able to hike up the volcano. Just a surreal experience, especially from somebody who comes from Colorado, and hiking is a big part of our culture here too. So just kind of seeing that in a different light.
Hello, my name is Josh. I think my favorite part was revisiting my family because I went as an ambassador about 10 years ago, 11 years ago, so it was cool hanging out with them.
Thank you, Mexico. I'm hearing a theme here: family, connections, and food, right? All right, Northern Arapaho, come on up. Are you going to go first for us? All right, you know the drill. Name, high school, something unexpected, and your favorite thing.
My name is Maeve Dermody. I go to Silver Creek High School as a freshman. Probably something unexpected we went on was the one time we went for a hike, and we got to go like under a waterfall, and it was super pretty. It was like raining out and muddy, and everyone was slipping and sliding, but it was really fun. And then I'd say something that was probably the most fun and memorable thing was going to a powwow. It was really cool and a once-in-a-lifetime experience. So, yeah.
Hi, my name is Courtney Pletcher, and I was one of the chaperones for this exchange. And it was a privilege being able to chaperone Maeve and 5 other students who are unable to be here tonight. It wasn't just Maeve. And one of my, something I didn't expect was to be able to participate in a really special way in the powwow with our students from our exchange, and then the elder exchange as well, and being part of that really unique multi-generational experience. And I think that was my favorite part as well, because it was just our students, the Wind River students, and then all of our elders just having a really, I don't know, it was just a really lifelong memorable experience.
I'm Annie. I was also one of the chaperones going to Wind River. Courtney took my unexpected, which was being able to participate in the powwow. And then my favorite thing was just watching the powwow and learning as much about just their different costumes and what everything meant, and then each different dance that they were doing.
All right. Thank you to all of the students who went for 2025 and chaperones. All right. So I'll hand this back over to Perla to introduce our new groups.
I received a text from my daughter just quickly, just to say that she went to Japan last year, and her most memorable, she's in college this year, so she's away. And her most memorable was building lifelong friends with the students here, the ambassadors in Longmont, and in Japan. And something that she was unexpected, she ate a lot of food and she loved it. So get ready. But I have the distinct pleasure of introducing this year's ambassadors. And again, I want to emphasize that it is always a competitive process, and it's always difficult to select students who are really interested in building lifelong friendships and getting involved in our organization. So I'm really proud about being part of the selection group with so many others who selected these amazing ambassadors this year. So we will start with Japan. If you are an ambassador to Japan, as well as the chaperones, if you can come up, please. This is really exciting. Oh. So, ambassadors, if you can please tell us what school you go to. Yep, there you go. Get close. You guys are going to be spending some time abroad. Y'all get comfortable now.
Squeeze in a little
Yeah.
more. Squeeze in a little more. Here's the edge of the...
Perfect. Thank you. Don't be shy. Remember, you all are going to be in a foreign country together. So if you can please tell us your name. So name, what school you go to, and what you're looking forward to learning or experiencing on this trip.
Hi, my name's Jose Canche. I go to Longmont High School. What I'm looking forward to learning the most is just all the culture. I've always liked their culture, and I want to learn more. So I think that's the most interesting for me.
Hello, I'm Shauna. And I go to Silver Creek High School. You've probably heard that. Something I'm looking forward to for this trip is honestly just experiencing it. I think that was the thing I enjoyed most about Mexico, too, is I just went and had a great time and got to meet new people.
Hi again, I'm Viviana. I go to Niwot High School, and I'm most excited to learn about their culture and learn, and meet new people again.
Hi, my name is Sofia Gaona. I go to Niwot High School, and I really look forward to learning more about their language and just like getting those connections, you know.
Hi everyone, I'm Amy. I'm one of the chaperones. I am a humanities teacher at Watershed School. My background is in anthropology, so I love people. I love learning about cultures, and so I'm just really excited to meet new people.
My name's Sam Gomez. I go to Frederick High School. Something I'm excited about is to be able to get to meet a host family and be able to make those lifelong connections.
Hello, I'm Bridget Dermody. I go to Silver Creek High School. I'm really looking forward to meeting my host family and the other ambassadors because I'm still really close with the ones from previous years.
Hi, I'm Luke. I am a chaperone and I also teach at the Watershed School. And the thing that I'm looking forward to the most is meeting new people.
Hello, I'm Isabella Payton. I go to Altona Middle School, and one thing I'm really excited for is probably living in like a different household in a different country.
Hi, my name is Melody Zhang. I go to Altona Middle School, and what I'm most looking forward to is probably like really immersing myself in Japan's culture, because I went before once, but it was like really shallow, and I didn't really learn much, so, but it was great.
You all can sit down. Thank you. You're going to start to really identify some themes of what is really important to building our Sister Cities program and continuing on the success of over 35 plus years. So start to listen to the themes because you're going to be a part of it. Now you're part of the Sister Cities family. I am super excited to introduce the next group. So if you are an ambassador or a chaperone to Mexico, please come up. Same question, friends. Don't be shy. Get a little bit closer, and I think you're going to have to. Are we good, Rachel? Oh, this way. Right. Keep going. More? Right there. Oh, perfect, perfect. Yay. Okay, we get to start with you. Oh, question. Okay, your name, school, and what are you looking forward to experiencing or learning?
My name is Maeve. I go to Silver Creek, and I'm probably most excited to, I guess, stay with my host family and just learn what it's like the similarities and differences between, you know, the people I'm going to be living with. So that'll be fun.
I am Peyton Dearborn. I'm a chaperone. I teach elementary school at Northridge here in Longmont, and I'm really excited to practice my Spanish and make memories with these ambassadors and my other chaperone.
Hi, everyone. My name is Elizabeth Rios. My pronouns are she, ella, and they, and I work at Boulder County Parks and Open Space as the Cultural Resource Program Coordinator. So I'm a big historian, so I'm definitely looking forward to learning more about the history and culture of Mexico and the interconnectedness that it has with Colorado.
Hi, my name is Kylie Gonzalez. I go to Silver Creek High School as a sophomore. I'm going to be most excited to learn about the cultures and the traditions of like my father and my ancestors, and that's what I'm most excited about.
Hi, I'm Charlie, and I go to Longmont High School, and I'm most excited to spend time abroad and just learn as much as I can about the culture and my family.
Hello, my name is Jensen Butterworth. I'm a sophomore at Niwot High School, and I'm just really excited about practicing my Spanish and trying to learn more, just more about the language and how to speak.
Hi, my name is Harper Wilson. I go to Westview Middle School, and one thing I'm really excited about is meeting my host family and just meeting new people.
You all can sit down. Thank you for coming up. And our next sister cities is the Northern Arapaho. So if you are a chaperone or a ambassador, please come up. Let's give them a round of applause so they're not shy. And don't forget, you have to kind of be right here, right, Rachel? And then come this way. There you go. Give each other room. There you go. Awesome. Do you all remember the questions? Yeah? All right, we'll try this. We'll start with you.
Hi, my name is Erin, and I'm a chaperone, not a student, in case you didn't know. And I am most excited to hang out with the young people from here and there, because people my age aren't as fun. So there's exceptions, but in general.
I'm Mariana Russo Ruiz. I go to Boulder High, and I think I'm most excited about going to a powwow.
I'm Laura Root. I'm a crisis counselor and an advocate for youth in the court systems, and I'm most excited about chaperoning all the young people here and getting to see them experience new things.
Hi, my name is Ashley Ambrose. I work for the City of Longmont as the Open Space Volunteer Coordinator. I am just very excited for this trip in general. I'm really excited to learn about their culture, their experiences there, and connect with everyone and develop relationships with all of these beautiful people as well.
Hi, my name is Sofia Mesa, and I'm a student at Frederick High School, and I am most excited to go to a powwow and to build connections with the other ambassadors.
Hi, my name's still Peter. I still go to Longmont High School, and I think the thing I'm most excited for is probably eating a lot of food.
Hi, I'm Eliza Wallace, and I go to Westview Middle School, and I'm most excited to get to know new people and make new friends.
Thank you. You all can sit down now. I believe I'm passing the mic to Axel.
All right. I don't know if you picked up on this, but our ambassadors come from all across the San Fernando Valley School District, right? So that means we have students from different schools and different grade levels who are coming together and learning together and becoming friends. And that also for our chaperones, they're coming from different walks of life as well. So that's a different kind of way of diversity, I think, but it's something for me that really is a powerful part of this program as well. And as has already been shared, this summer will be the first time that students from all four sister cities are coming together. And that's a very unique feature of our sister city organization. So we're all excited about that. We think that's going to be a really great experience for everyone. And to wrap this up too, I hope you see all the layers and all the people and all the organizations that are involved with making this work, right? It's a lot of hands making light work, I guess is the expression. And it's a village. It's a couple of villages coming together. So thank you all. Thanks to our board members, our previous board members, our parents, our chaperones, our student ambassadors, most importantly. One more big round of applause to kind of wrap up this phase of everything. So Sue is going to do some brief remarks, fill in some of the gaps about the history of Longmont Sister Cities, and then we're going to talk some nuts and bolts stuff, and then we'll get you into your breakout groups to kind of meet with your chaperones and your other students and kind of start planning for the next 6 months. So this is Sue Bolton. Come on up, Sue. Make sure you introduce yourself so people know how awesome you are and how much you've been involved in this work.
Thank you. Okay, I have been involved for a long time, so this is the ancient history that I'm giving you. Sister Cities International came about during the 1950s when President Eisenhower was in office as President of the United States, and he felt that if ordinary citizens could get to know people from other countries and have a relationship, that they could do more for world peace than sometimes government officials and ambassadors could. And he also thought that if cities in the United States could have a relationship with cities elsewhere, they could share common problems and common solutions, and this would be a good way to just for everybody to learn better ways of doing things. So that was way back in 1956, but we didn't have a sister city here until 1990. In 1990, some of the business and civic leaders of Longmont thought that we could benefit from having a sister city, And Sherry's grandfather, Jimmy Kanemoto, was one of those business leaders. And he suggested that we start with a sister city in Japan. We had a number of Japanese American families living in the area. And so he promoted that. And Bill Hosokawa, who worked for the Denver Post, also said he would help set something up. And he knew about Chino, knew that at the time it was about the same size as Longmont, about 50,000. But we've grown a lot. Their population has stayed about the same. Anyway, in 1990, an agreement was signed between Longmont and Chino that we would become sister cities. And the mayor of Chino at that time was Mayor Harada. And he said, okay, if we're going to have a sister city, I want a student exchange involved. So he sent about a dozen kids in 1991. And our mayor then was Mayor Leona Stacker. And she had to quickly hustle around and find host families for those kids. And I think she went through Rotary and other connections and found families that had teenagers so that they could host the kids who were coming from Japan in 1990. And then the following year, 1991, the families who had hosted could send their kids. So Sherry Kanemoto, as she mentioned, was one of those kids who went with me in 1992 over to Chino. And for a while then it was every other year we'd go there and then they'd come here, starting with Japanese kids coming here. And we continued that way for a while. And then in 1996, some of our board members said, well, we really should have a sister city in Mexico as well, because we have a large Latino population here. A lot of people have ties to Mexico. And so one member, Emma Pena, said, if we don't get a sister city in Mexico, I'm not going to be on this board anymore. So Dan Benavides was a city council person and also was a businessman who had connections with Ciudad Guzman. And so he suggested that relationship, and that has worked out very well for us. So about 1996, we started sending a group to Mexico and Japan, and they were sending a group each year to us as well. So it got to be an every year thing that we were going both ways. Our third sister city came about what year, Courtney? 2021, and that was mainly because Mayor Brian Bagley had a relationship with some of the people on the reservation, and he came to us and said, why don't we have a sister city relationship with them? Nobody else has done that. We did not have the backing of Sister Cities International at the time, but they have since come around to applauding what we're doing with that. And I think there are going to be more sister cities with tribes in the nation besides ours. So that's about it.
All right. So if you do the math, this will be the fifth year, the fifth anniversary for our exchange with the Wind River. So Courtney, you want to speak to that? Or?
I just want to say we've learned something from the Northern Arapaho Exchange, and we now call Sue and Peggy our elders. And we like that word a lot better. Yeah. And we had an elder exchange as well. So the senior center has started doing that. This year, or last year, it was together, and we'll see if that continues as well. Thank you.
Oh, who did?
Southern Cheyenne.
Oh, wow. So we have innovated, and now we're a model for other organizations. Can't wait to see what that looks like in the upcoming years.
Right. So that is Broomfield, and they are with the in Oklahoma, the Cheyenne and the Southern Arapaho. So we have met with them to discuss how to do this kind of thing. But so yeah, Broomfield is doing it too. So it's great.
Fantastic. I did a little bit of reading just, on Eisenhower, President Eisenhower, when he started this. And two concepts came out that I want to make sure I mention here before you go to breakouts that I think are really relevant and I want all our student ambassadors particularly to think about and take seriously and deeply about, right? The first is the idea of citizen diplomacy, right? That we can rely on ourselves to be the brokers of peace with people across the world, right? So what does it look like for you to be a citizen diplomat or to practice citizen diplomacy? And that's gets to the term we use for you. You are student ambassadors. What does that mean to be an ambassador? Okay? We'll spend some time this spring kind of looking into those ideas a little more deeply too. But, and to wrap up, here's a quote. It's probably my favorite quote, and it's my answer to the idea of what it means to be an ambassador, maybe. This is from T.S. Eliot, a poet. He said, "We shall not cease from exploration, and the end of all our exploring will be to arrive where we started and know the place for the first time." I'm going to say that again. We shall not cease from exploration, you're explorers, and the end of all our exploring will be to arrive where we started, Longmont, and know the place for the first time. So this is a process of discovery, learning about a new place, but also coming back and understanding yourself and our place here a little bit better. And I failed to mention, when I was mentioning about the city, Jake Marsing, who's a new city council member, will be our liaison. He's already engaged with us. So Jake, if you're on, thank you very much for that. Yeah, one big round of applause for all the introductions and the background and all the things that put this organization together. Rachel, would you come down here real quick? We're just going to take a few minutes. You should have a packet. Rachel put this together. And this is kind of the one-stop shopping packet with some important information. So I'm going to let Rachel walk through it because she's kind of put it together. And it'll be in the breakouts, we'll refer to these items. Okay, so former ambassadors, if you want to join the breakouts with our respective, sessions and to help them and share information from your experiences, you're welcome to do that. Otherwise, if you want to skedaddle because you got other things to do, please feel free to do so right now. Okay?
Hi, everyone. I'm Rachel. I've probably emailed you before. If you're a new ambassador or your student is a new ambassador, you got a folder when you came in today. There's a lot of paperwork. You're going and traveling with someone who's not your parents. There's going to be a lot of paperwork. So all of your forms are in that folder. On the right-hand side of the folder is all the forms that we're going to go through on February 7th at the orientation. So you have all of those there. On the left side of the folder is just general information about Sister Cities. This program is maddeningly vague at times. We're coordinating across 4 different continents 3 different continents, 4 different cultures. And so getting dates and getting times is a huge struggle for us. So we tried to provide some clarity where we can and give you a general timeline of things. When we know dates for sure, we will let you know, but we don't want to give you false information before that. So on the left-hand side, you'll see a little rundown and contact information and all of that. You'll also see information about the t-shirt competition, which is new this year. So you get to submit a design and then everyone gets to wear your design on the t-shirts for this year as they go around the world. So there's that. And there's also scholarship information if you're interested in applying for the Ray Anderton Scholarship. We will go over all of this in much more detail on February 7th, but that's what's in your folders. So.
Thank you, Rachel, for all the work you put into putting this together. Yeah, so keep track of all the information, please, in this folder. We'll cover some of this in the breakouts as well. And February 7th, put that on your calendar. We need students there. We're going to need parents there as well. You can conquer and divide, but that's a key date because there is a lot of paperwork we got to get out of the way at this time. So I think that's it for this phase. Anything else from our executive board that I most likely missed? Fantastic. So let's do a quick, what we'll do is we're going to get you in your breakout groups. Courtney, why don't you come over here? The Northern Arapaho team will congregate with Courtney here, and she'll lead you to where you'll meet. Sherry Kanemoto's back there, so if you're going to Japan, please meet with her. And then Perla's over here, so our Mexico team will be there. And to our online friends, you get to go do something fun and different, and we're going to end the meeting for you at this point. And then, guys, we're going to meet at the Big Goose, the Goose out in the foyer. at 10 till, okay? 10 till by the goose. Don't know if anyone caught that. 10 till. Okay, and parents will stay here. You're lucky you got to stay with me. Yay! Aren't you lucky? Yeah, parents, please stay. Well, Carolyn, thank you, Sherry.